Davis-Wade Stadium in Starkville, Mississippi. We have a top 25 clash between two of the best teams in the sport and both hoping to enhance their postseason resume. It's the Vanderbilt Commodores and the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Bruce Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Checking in with the Mississippi State head coach before the game. This is a separation game. We are right in this conference championship race, but today is the day we show we're the better team. He wants to use that home field advantage, make sure the crowd is up, on their feet, and loud. But he says, guys, we've got to give them something to cheer about early to start the game so we can use that home field advantage. Guys?
All right, Holly. Mississippi State about to boot it away as we start the festivities. The Commodores signal for a timeout. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Alexander. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and this crowd getting even more juice.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
They'll run him again. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great sailor. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield until the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finally moving forward.
That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
And this offense coming out slow, man. Kind of frustrating because you had that bye week last week. What do? You go back and self-scout, look at yourself. What can I do better? And then you come out in the first quarter, and you're not playing great out the gates. They got to find themselves in a little rhythm, knock off some of that bye week rust.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Buck Bothwell. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team. I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Taylor wants to throw it. Got him quickly. Still on his feet at the 45. He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49, and a great pickup on that one.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
3rd and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide right, it's Black. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Got to make the play on 4th. And that ball's incomplete on 4th down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call. Just a terrible, terrible mistake. So instead of getting off the field on 4th down, the offense has a 1st and 10. Taylor wants to throw. Dumps it to the back. This time on target. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a 1st down.
And to say he has trust in his running back catching the football is an understatement. I mean, there was 2 guys on him. Like, he was absolutely covered, but he still makes the play. And he does that a lot, man. He's a game breaker. He's a guy that can make big plays for this offense. If I'm the QB, though, I might be a little bit careful. If they got that many...
But, and he's got room. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
And, man, this is exactly what you want as a play caller. You want to get your quarterback settled, give him some bunnies early to make some plays so he's feeling bulletproof. 4 for 4 to start the game. Yes, please. Offensive coordinator Jesse, I'm giving him an A+ so far.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Getting ready for the extra point after the 1st score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Commodores offense onto the field, ready to start the drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He'll do it himself. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Let's take a big view here about Vanderbilt. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Bush is ahead, and he won't make it to the marker. Stonewall for the second straight play.
What a fantastic job by the defense there. Third and short, and they're expecting the run. They're able to penetrate, crease the O-line, get into the backfield, and make a big stop, now setting up fourth down.
In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. On the move. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, 4th down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
Quick give. It's Alexander. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Buying time to his right. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Right side, it's Young. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. The Commodores are flying down the field. On the option. He'll toss it. Got an alley. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. And the Commodores with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He locked up and held on to bring him down. Well, the head coach told us in pregame he liked the way his defensive speed matched up, and it's really hard to get the edge against these guys.
And everybody wants to run outside and get their fast guys in space, but you look at how fast these backers close and run the football. It looks like you've got a little bit of space out wide, and then, boom, it's gone in a hurry.
You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. They'll run the screen, and that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Man, what a good job by this defense, staying disciplined, not getting lost on their keys. Man, they're aggressive, expecting a run play probably on 3rd and short. They slipped a screen in there, but they're disciplined enough to stay home, to get the tackle, and now force the 4th down.
And make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it, everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They want to get the ball in the hands of playmakers, and they did, but this time the defense up to the challenge.
And when you slide that running back out of the backfield, like I'm thinking pass, I got to be locked in, and I got to see him, and as the linebackers have to see him and understand when the quarterback throws him the football, I got to break on it, and everybody's got to corral him because he's so dangerous after the catch.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice his safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Looking for the edge. He'll pitch it. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Taylor wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
The Bulldogs need to pick it up on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Right down the middle. What a job to lay out and make the catch. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
There he goes. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the 1st and goal.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
And the Bulldogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Bothwell. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. He'll be stopped short, could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal.
2nd quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you've practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
They've already converted 1 4th down on this drive, but this the defining one. 4th and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Straight ahead, it's Alexander. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Second down, going to throw it. Out wide right, it's Adams. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs going to the air. They're all over him. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Second down, going to throw it. Stepping to the right. The defense sort of hoards this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage, and he'll take the loss.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
Rush right in his face. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. The Commodores will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And this punt will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
Punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field, and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams.
Left side is Evans. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. Mississippi State going up tempo.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Taylor wants to throw. Extending the play. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Right side, it's Johnson. Turning it on. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw one first. Got it. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
on the run from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. And leading things off, we take a look at Miami, taking on the number 9 team.